I was horrified to discover that my 8-year-old son had transformed into an old man. I rushed over to check on him, but when he turned around, he was back to normal. I thought it was just my imagination, but from that moment on, my son's behavior became extremely disturbing. He started secretly watching me and my husband, and even poisoned our beloved family dog. Yet when all the evidence was laid out before him, he broke down crying, saying there was someone else living inside his body.
I'm gonna take you to somebody who can help you get better.
From the moment Miles was born, he was different from other children. He was born with heterochromia, and at just 3 months old, he said mama. When he was 5, I took him to an institution for an IQ test and was shocked to learn his intelligence was off the charts. The machine couldn't even display the results. Every sign pointed to him being a prodigy, but little did I know his darker nature was already awakening. When Miles was 8, the babysitter decided to play hide and seek with him to pass the time. Strangely, his shadow began to grow larger under the lights. She followed the sounds to the basement, only to fall into a trap he had carefully set, stepping on broken glass and tumbling down the stairs. When I questioned him afterward, he acted terrified and said he couldn't remember. I assumed it was just an accident. That night, I went to his room and heard him speaking frantically. The strange thing was, I couldn't understand a single word. I quickly grabbed a recorder and captured it. Shortly after, Miles woke up.
What are you doing here?
We were having a bad dream.
I mean, it wasn't a bad dream. It was a good dream.
In the days that followed, Miles became increasingly erratic. His behavior toward me grew stranger, and he frequently bullied classmates at school. After learning about the situation, his teacher listened to the recording I provided over and over, and eventually called Frank, a linguistics expert. Frank explained that Miles was speaking a rare Hungarian dialect, and the content was extremely disturbing. Yet Miles claimed it was just a pleasant dream. Frank told us that another soul might be inhabiting Miles's body, trying to use him to complete unfinished business from their past life. So the next day, I brought my son to see him. Frank hypnotized Miles, and before long, the entity inside him revealed itself. But it refused to share anything and instead threatened Frank, warning him not to meddle. To avoid provoking the demon, Frank agreed and lied to me, saying his earlier assessment was wrong. But after we left, Frank discovered signs of Miles fighting back against the demon. Using what remained of his own consciousness, Miles had scratched a name into the couch. To avoid alerting the demon, Frank waited until the early hours to call me. He told me to open my computer and search for Edward Sarka. A terrifying face appeared on the screen. His profile described him as a high IQ serial killer with heterochromia, just like Miles. Even more chilling, Miles's birth date matched the exact date of Sarka's death. The next day, my husband John decided to send Miles to a special facility.